Mohamed Kachika. I'm really very pleased that people have gotten my message that I was trying to put across. That you can invest into farming and becoming a farming entrepreneur without necessarily becoming a farmer. Because this is something that really people, especially in the corporate world or middle class people, we're finding unacceptable being called farmers, even when I find no problem with it. But as an educationist, I found it, appreciating that my message has been received, that you can still be a corporate person, invest substantially into farming, and remain into your corporate world and be referred to as a farming entrepreneur with all its rewards that comes with it. Wherever I pass anywhere, people greet me, salute me in appreciation that I have taken away that feeling where farming was taken to be a lesser class investment than other investments. Because it just had to ring into my mind that, people who are involved in the construction do a lot of building. But why are they not called builders? I have no problem being called a farmer, but I'm a teacher too. So you can be a businessman, but also investing into farming. And you remain with both your roles. I do really salute and I follow closely our senior patriarch, Dr. Mwana. He was into the corporate world. He has or had the largest dairy enterprise in the country, but people were not referring to him as a farmer. They were calling him an entrepreneur. But people, the way they perceive farming, I have changed the narrative. It could be a Monday or Tuesday today, I'm in the office. But over the weekend, I was on the farm, passionately farming. And that question, how did you get into farming? Was it as a result of, was it a passion, or what drove you into farming? I don't find that actually that question, and the people who normally ask me, I consider them to be uncouth. Because it was an investment strategy. But having wandered into several businesses when I was also still teaching, when I reached the age of 40, I wanted to consolidate my investments. And I found land acquisition and development is the best way. I would have thought of any other enterprise, but I chose to acquire a lot of land just by my nature of training as an economist, probably. Because I looked around onto which other assets can hold onto the guard of maintaining and growing your wealth. And land acquisition and developing it with the farming project came in handy for me. And it hasn't let me down. It's just a process. The only problem is that people want to enter into farming in 6 months, in 1 year, they're expecting to get their draw money back. I had a steady and a sustained pattern because I kept on acquiring land for over 8 or 10 years. Then in between that time, I was utilizing and developing the land and land and land. But when I reached the 10th year, my mind was like, Mohammed, at 50, you must start drawing money from your investment. So I now started developing the cash flow theorem that these agricultural projects must start producing money. And that should be the right training and investment, what we call generational wealth. First put in place all the necessary infrastructure, acquire the land, put in the infrastructure, develop it. You probably might not be the generation to reap big from it, but you put in place the necessary infrastructure. I'm glad that I've been able to reach that stage of the cash flow position in my generation. But I expect that the next generation, because you are putting in place all the infrastructure, that they will be able to be redeveloping and redirecting to a better level. This was premised on my belief that we must hold on to our land. Though I was a beneficiary of people who were selling land, afterwards I realized the dangers of selling land, because most of the people who sold to me, they had issues with their cash flows or their cash. And then I have shown to them, having shown to you people how you can utilize land, we should hold on to our land. People, I end with this. Simply imagine this country that was endowed with very good climatic and soil conditions to allow the day when it comes, when all our farming interest is in the hands of foreign investors, that we have to buy foodstuffs from foreigners who have acquired our land and they developed it and they're the ones who are selling us the foodstuffs. How will our generation judge us? I've seen that foreigners are now free to have freehold titles. I just read it in the papers. You simply imagine the time when those other foreigners are the ones in charge of our food. Yet this country has enjoyed all its stability, premised on one key aspect: access to cheap food. The day food will become expensive, people become very unmanageable. So I urge people to look at investment in agriculture as a solid investment that can give you long-term returns, and we should stop tagging these people who have invested into farming as farmers. But if you do, like Mameli Kashika, I'm very pleased to be called a farmer. And so I'm not a successful farmer, not a corporate farmer. Thank you.